An unkind daughter-in-law angrily grabbed her elderly mother-in-law's arm, dragged her to the door, and shoved her outside. The elderly mother fell to the ground. The daughter-in-law shouted, "Get out! I am tired of you. You are not welcome in this house anymore." Before the elderly mother could stand up, her oldest son rushed over and helped her to her feet. But the cruel daughter-in-law yelled, "Take your mother away. She cannot stay here anymore." At that moment, the elderly mother's second son arrived. He saw tears in his mother's eyes and asked angrily, "Why did you treat Mom like this?" The daughter-in-law replied, "If you care so much, take her to your own house. She cannot live here anymore." The second son took his mother home, but as soon as they arrived, his wife looked at the elderly mother's dirty clothes and said, "She cannot come inside like this. Tell her to change first." The second son sadly looked at his mother and said, "Mom, please change your clothes first, then come back." The elderly mother quietly lowered her head and slowly walked away. A few days later, the elderly mother was sitting in the yard washing clothes. Her daughter-in-law brought another pile of dirty clothes and placed them in front of her. "Wash these too," she said. The elderly mother quietly kept washing. At that moment, her third son arrived with his wife. He was shocked. "Mom, why are you washing clothes?" Just then, the second son came outside. His wife said, "He is here to take his mother home." The third son smiled and said, "Come with me, Mom." The elderly mother quietly replied, "Let me finish these clothes first, then I will go." The third son firmly said, "No, Mom, you are my mother, not a servant. These clothes can wait." He gently helped his mother up and took her home with love and respect. A few days later, the elderly mother was sitting in her oldest son's house cutting an apple. His wife quickly walked over and said, "Mom, please let me do that. You should rest." She gently took the apple, cut it into small pieces, and served it to her with a smile. The elderly mother's eyes filled with tears of happiness. Just then, the elderly mother's other two sons arrived with their wives because the oldest son had invited them. One daughter-in-law asked, "Why did you call us here?" The oldest son calmly said, "Today, I want all of you to remember something." He looked at one brother. "Do you remember when you were badly injured? Mom stayed with you until you recovered." Then he looked at his other brother. "Do you remember when we had no money for school? Mom worked day and night so you could get an education. After Dad passed away, she raised us alone. She stayed hungry so we could eat. She gave up everything for us. Today, we are standing on our own because of her. How could anyone say she did nothing for us?" After hearing those words, both brothers lowered their heads. Their wives began to cry. They all knelt before their mother and said, "Mom, please forgive us. We were wrong." The elderly mother gently placed her hands on their heads and said, "A mother's heart always forgives her children. I forgive all of you." From that day on, the whole family stayed together. They honored their mother, cared for her, and never left her alone again. Her prayers filled their home with love, peace, and happiness.